What's up, welcome back guys, Brax here, and in this video I have two guests on the channel. Two guys that are working together and started an FBA business together, and they're doing about $75,000 to $80,000 in sales on average a month. And they have an interesting story because they're two working on this business together. We're not really used to seeing partnerships when it comes to FBA businesses, because it's very easy for one person to do it by themselves, as I'm sure you guys know. So it is an interesting story that you get to hear from them. And I know I haven't posted in a while, but I actually traveled. I went to Lebanon, went back home for the first time since I moved to Montreal, which is the longest I've ever been away from home. I did film a video there, and you're gonna get to see it after this or next video. And it's about how I quit my job and why I quit my job to pursue this entrepreneurship, YouTube, and Amazon FBA. So if you do want to see that, subscribe and click on the bell to know when I post that video. You get notified. It is an interesting story. It is something that I've been wanting to share with you guys. So that's gonna be next, but enjoy this video now. What's up, welcome back guys. My name is Brax and I'm with
Taylor
and
Kale
from
KT9, baby.
We did not practice that.
Yeah, that was dope.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, man?
I'm good. So why don't you tell everyone who you are very quickly so we can get into this.
We sell on Amazon. We teach other people how to sell on Amazon, and we are just two normal dudes who like to have fun a little bit.
Yeah, we're out of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we're kind of just doing our thing right now online, and we're pretty close. Kale's actually getting ready to quit his 9-to-5 job, and I should be following pretty soon. And yeah, we're just making things happen, man.
That's right.
Amazing. And I really like you guys' channel. It's fun. It's fun to watch. It's two people. It's not one, and it's unique. I think it's unique.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it, man. We like watching you too.
Thanks. So I think this is going to be fun.
Sweet.
So the first question is, how did you start FBA? Maybe each person individually.
So I started in June or August of last year. I can't really remember. Launched a couple products really quick. Both got taken down. We have a video about it on our channel. It was a disaster. But in the meantime, I got T on board. So it paid off. I got a partner because he saw my numbers. He was like, yo, you're so good at this. And then they got taken down. So I got you out of the deal.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was something where it was like in like August, September, I came on and I saw what Kale was doing online. And at that point in time, I was like, instead of me start my own thing, why don't we just partner up? Yeah. And he showed me numbers, all that kind of stuff. And those were the two numbers from the first two products that he put up. Yeah. And then we like signed paperwork, like made it official. And then literally like a week after that, both of the products got taken down. So it was interesting, but I mean, he got in it just because you were looking for something else, you know? Yeah. And I got in it just because what he was doing, it looked good and I wanted to get in on it too.
Yeah. And what's your background?
So I'm a business consultant at Duquesne University for maybe a couple more weeks. And then my dog is a computer salesman.
Yeah, I sell computers for a living right now.
Nice. And how did you meet each other?
We go to the same church.
Yeah, we literally met at church, became friends, and then became business partners, 8-9 months ago? And
now look at us.
Hey.
So how did you decide to partner? Because most, if not everyone that I know who does FBA does it alone. And it works alone. So why did you decide to add another person?
Well, I think it's because our vision is a little bit bigger than just FBA. We started at, that was going to be our base. That was going to be our supplemental income. That was going to be what's going to bring in money to start other things. And from that, we've launched other businesses. So we have another business called Honey Badger Boost, which sells to sellers, selling them photography, selling them listing optimization. It's basically Viral Launch's service side, but we have it here in Pittsburgh. We have an office. It's pretty awesome. It honestly makes us just as much as Amazon does now. So it's kind of a sweet little thing.
Yeah. So that's actually kind of a funny story, because I remember when Kale had started and I found out what he was doing, I actually asked him to go to dinner with me. Yeah. And when I asked him to go to dinner with me, I asked him all these questions, and I literally was like, okay, cool. So are you looking for like a partner, like looking for help? And he literally said, no, I'm not. And then I said, okay, what about a financial investment? And he said, yeah, I can definitely use that, because especially like when you're starting out FBA, especially like a lot of people who view, our YouTube channels, a lot of people who are trying to start FBA, they're starting with, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever it is. And, even if you can't, I didn't put in very much money. Like I didn't put in $25,000, not what I did.
Yeah.
But, if you can double that, if you can go from $3,000 startup to $6,000 startup, that's a whole nother product. That is buying a whole lot more inventory of a product. That's being able to do more launches, whatever you're doing, be a little bit more aggressive on PPC. So he said yes, and that's when it came on. So it literally started as like Kale needed cash flow, and I could provide that. But since then, we have different strengths. We each kind of tackle different parts of the business, and it works for us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I assume he taught you the whole FBA thing, or did you learn it from somewhere else?
No, he definitely like took me through the ropes, like took me through a whole lot of stuff. And then I'm also the kind of guy where like Kale said, yes, I could use this investment, and I wanted to get to know what I was investing in.
Yeah.
And so I just started watching YouTube videos. I started listening to podcasts. I started doing all this, and then Kale was kind of teaching me as we went. And so I would say that like it was probably like a 60-40 split where Kale taught me probably 60% of it, and 40% of it I just wanted to know, and I wanted to learn, and I wanted to be a part of it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And he got so good at it, he started teaching me stuff, so it worked out.
And Kale, how did you learn?
So I learned just watching YouTube videos. Honestly, I was just combing what was out there, checking it out. And then I also learned a lot through, I wouldn't recommend this. I would recommend having something more structured, but I learned a lot through trial and error and through making mistakes, honestly, because our strategy initially, and Taylor might talk about this, is that we were going to throw up as many products as possible, just throw them up and see what stuck. And horrible strategy, horrible. Do not do that. Like we put 10 products up within a space of like a month and a half. And, 4 of them stuck and the rest of them were still liquidating. But like, so it kind of worked, but at the same time, like I would honestly just do better research and use the stuff that we teach and that you teach, and to just get it step by step. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And you started in June?
Yeah, June. Yeah.
How are the sales now?
I think T's got them.
If you don't mind, I'll just show our Seller Central account. Like, so what we're looking at right now, is that, I can't tell if it's focused or not.
It fluctuates obviously with.
So right now it's fluctuating around like 75 to 80,000 in revenue a month. We kind of got to about 80,000 a month in February. Yeah. And we haven't plateaued here, but what we're kind of doing right now is we're kind of re-strategizing what we're doing, in that instead of like, we haven't launched a new product in about a month and a half. We've still been doing product research, finding new products, but we've really been concentrating on, making sure that we're ranking for all the keywords we want to rank for, making sure that our PPC campaigns are like flawless, like doing things like that. And I think pretty soon we're going to be launching some new products, and I think we want to like launch a product and like do it like almost all live, like have it on our YouTube channel and like go through the whole process. Like it would be an interesting thing to do, just figure out how to do it. But that's where we're at. So right now we're $75,000 in revenue.
The profit is, we were at like 35% margin back when we were doing 80K, but actually, like he said, we've been trying to prune it. And so what I've really been focusing on is getting like our ACOS down in PPC. So we got down from like 30% at one point. I think we're now at like 15 to 17% total of our total cost is PPC. So like that's really improved our profitability. Even though sales went down to like 75, we have so much more cash just because we're not wasting it on PPC. So that was really nice.
Yeah, makes sense. And how many products is that?
That is 5 that bring in most of that.
Yeah, it's 5 that bring in most of it. And then we have a total of 13 products up right now.
Yeah.
13. Any variations?
Variations in some.
Yes.
Not like a ton. My first product we sold was cornhole lights, so I'll be frank and just tell you guys that because it's on our channel as well. But I had like 15 variations, and that was our differentiator because people could play red versus blue, blue versus green, whatever.
By the way, for anyone who's watching this,
don't sell cornhole lights.
Don't sell cornhole lights. They're patented. You will get a cease and desist from a real lawyer because that's what happened to us.
Yeah.
So
if you want to see that story, check it out.
Okay. So what do you think got you to 75K a month? Is it just launching as many products as possible?
No, it's the 5 that are doing great.
Right.
So to this day, like to right now, neither Kel nor I have actually taken a single penny out of the business.
Kind of wish we had.
Like other than business investment. So like when Kel was talking about our second company, Honey Badger Boost, like we obviously started that company with money from our Amazon FBA business. But in terms of like personal income, or in terms of like, hey, I want to go on this dope vacation, or hey, I want to buy a car, like none of that has happened. Everything has just been reinvested back into business, back into creating revenue, back into creating profit. And
everything's in the studio. We have a Mac Pro back there. We got enough lights to kill a horse in here. Like it's honestly just going into the businesses that are making a ton of money, which is Amazon, which is Honey Badger. And even just having the right equipment for YouTube and having the ability to post more than, once a week kind of requires some kind of infrastructure. So that's what we've been trying to build.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question is, have you taken any money out of it? And you haven't yet. So you're still depending on your other jobs, but you're quitting soon?
Yeah. So it's actually a cool story. So literally yesterday, we actually hired an employee. So we hired a first employee. So we actually hired somebody while we are still working our 9-to-5 jobs right now. But we expect that within about 3 to 4 weeks, Kale will actually quit his 9-to-5 job. And obviously he's co-founder, co-owner, all that kind of stuff, but he will become our another employee of ours. And then hopefully I will follow soon after this summer. And
we've already been hiring people, as contractors, obviously, because we can't do any of
Well, I guess I'm talking more on Amazon side. On like Honey Badger Boost side, like we have people that are working for us. So it's just, we've just been reinvesting in business, man, reinvesting in different revenue streams, because I think a lot of people, I may be jumping ahead right here, but I think a lot of people, they see Amazon FBA and they're like, oh man, if only I could make an extra $1,000 a month, if only I could make an extra $2,000 a month, then that's kind of where their dream is at. And
you can do that.
And you can definitely do that. But I think our dream has always been, okay, let's see if we can make $100,000 a month. Let's see if we can make $200,000 a month. Like, let's see if we can absolutely like knock it out of the ballpark and not just replace one income with the same income, like completely obliterate our old incomes and just go big or go home is really what we're trying to do.
Yeah, because if you just replace your income with Amazon's income, if you're making $3,000 profit a month, then you're not growing Amazon. You're just selling that one product. You can barely order more products. And yeah, I haven't taken any money out of Amazon yet. I've actually been putting more and more money into it. And it's just gonna stay that way for a few months. Launching new products.
That's how it has to be.
Yeah, and people need to understand that. Like, people come to me and they ask, "Can I make $1,000 by next month?" Technically, yes, but are you gonna take that and not reinvest it? Probably not.
Right.
Exactly.
So let's get into the technical questions. So how much did you guys start with?
So I started with, what was I start with? 3,500, 4,000, I think. I think $4,000 was what I ended up spending after like everything all in. And it was just for cornhole lights. So it wasn't a super expensive product or anything like that. And then Taylor came on and then we put that in.
Yeah, I came on with another $8,000. That was after first 2 products had been launched. But to be completely honest with you, you know how Kel said we launched we're way out of focus right now. We gotta move. I don't know what happened.
Just stay still.
Okay. So when Kel said earlier that we launched like 10 products in like a month and a half, that's literally what we did with my $8,000.
It was gone.
And it basically was just like thrown into the wind and never seen again. So once again, don't do that. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we were able to start with like $10,000, $12,000.
It paid off in knowledge, I think. So. Yeah,
for sure. And what's your advice for someone who's starting? How much should they start with?
We have a video on this. Is it up yet? How much money does it take to start? I think it goes up Sunday, but we actually bracketed it out into like 3 different brackets. One of them's pretty, like the lowest I think we had was $1,200 or something like that.
Yeah.
The next one was, I really need to watch the video. It's like 3K and there's one for 5K. And what we did was show kind of how many products you can order for that much, how much you can spend on photos, all the stuff that you need to spend money on, that you can spend more if you want, less if you want, and kind of made packages.
Yeah.
It was a cool video.
I think like we have somebody who we mentor. His name is Aaron. We did an interview with him on our channel, and he put in $2,000.
$2,000. He's a genius. He turned it into 6,000 profit in 3 weeks. I don't even know how.
So 3 weeks from when his product went live on Amazon, he had made $6,000 in profit.
And he sells 70 units a day, right?
Which is
right now. He's texting me yesterday, just showing me. I was like,
insane. But I think, honestly, I think that when people ask us that question, they always want us to give them like an exact answer. Like if you have $2,400 and $2,439, then you will be perfect. And to be honest with you, I don't really know if there's a right answer. Like we can break down like how much software costs and how much all that costs, and we can give guesses and estimates around what things should cost, which we do, and that's completely fine. But I think the bigger thing is, what's your expectation level? Is your expectation level to make, you know, $200 in profit next month? Then yeah, you could probably start with $1,000. Is your expectation to make $25,000 a month in 6 months? Well, then you need to start with $25,000, $30,000, $35,000. Like you need to put your money where your mouth is. And so a lot of that has to do with expectations, where you're at, where you're coming from.
I'm just watching the focus while he's talking.
No, yeah, that makes sense. What about product research? I saw you guys posted a new video today about product research. Can we get a sneak peek?
Yeah, of course. We do a variety of things. We don't use a ton of like the viral launch software, the really expensive software. We use Jungle Scout Chrome extension. We also have found some cool stuff using like merchant words and viral launch keyword research, which is the cheaper tool. And honestly, we're just looking for characteristics that we've laid out, which is like 7 out of the top 10 have more than $5,000 in revenue. 7 out of the top 10 have less than 100 reviews. And finding products that way. It's just, I don't really like using the stuff that just spits out a number like 5-star product, because everyone sees that.
Yeah.
Everyone sees that.
Yeah, that new video that just came out, Kale actually goes through and finds a product that did like $80,000 in the past month. He literally found it in like 4 minutes. It has like 20 some reviews. He actually found it using Viral Launch's keyword research tool, which isn't like a normal way that a lot of people teach how to find products. Now I will put a disclaimer in there. That was a lightning deal. So that has to do with why the revenue is still high. But in that video, we also found one that was like 46,000 with 13 reviews, like some crazy stuff. So that's just like one of the things we like to do on our YouTube channel on KT9 is we really like to go against the grain, like do things that other people aren't doing, show people how we're doing things that aren't normal. It's not what everyone else teaches. You know, there are a lot of like gurus on the internet, like a lot of people who have massive Amazon FBA businesses and massive YouTube channels and everything. I'm not like calling anybody out or anything, but a lot of them teach how to do product research. All of them teach the exact same way to do product research. And so we try to figure out unique ways, different ways to do things, because I don't know, it keeps it fun, it keeps it exciting. And if we're finding a different way to do product research, like Kel just said, then other people aren't finding the same products as us. And so that makes a difference when you launch and, you know, you're doing Amazon FBA.
Yeah, that's why if everyone's looking the same way for products, everyone's finding the same products, everyone's launching the same products. No one's
right.
And that's why I haven't used the web app, and I only used it the first month and then I stopped it.
Yep.
And I just look for products by browsing on Amazon, by looking through seller stores.
Yep.
Smart.
I haven't tried your method, the one that you just mentioned, the viral launch keyword method. It's a new service, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd check it out just because some like merchant words only pops up things that you type in actually. Like if you type in baby pillow, it only pop up words that say baby pillow. But if you type in baby pillow to viral launch, it'll shoot out stuff that doesn't even include those words, like infant positioner. You know, like it doesn't have the words baby pillow in it, but it is related. So I just think that's super powerful. I know that gets a little advanced, but.
Have you used it for PPC?
Yeah, we make a manual campaign out of it. We just sort it by priority score. So you do your broadest keyword, sort it by priority score, export it, put the top 100 into PPC, and then make sure you optimize it, obviously, so you don't waste money. But
there you go. It's a good tool. I'll leave a link to it below with like 50% off.
Yeah.
Of course. And yeah, it's a good tool. I don't use many tools. I use Jungle Scout, the Chrome extension. This one is very important every day. I use it every day. And that's it. Like keyword research once a month, maybe once every while. That's it. What else do you guys use?
We use like for our like profit tracking, revenue tracking, all that kind of stuff. We use Sellics.com, SELLICS.
I need to go.
You just put your Amazon information in and you put your costs in, and then it pulls everything from Amazon for you.
Mm-hmm.
So like it PPC like isn't, you know, real time, but within like 48 hours, you can go back and see, okay, on this day, 15% of my revenue was in PPC and I made this much profit. And so like, I can tell you right now that we're operating at like a 40 to 43% profit margin.
Yeah.
And I know that because of Sellics.com.
We also use seller.tools, which is it was designed by these two huge sellers, Brendan Morris and Troy. They do huge, I'm talking like millions a month on Amazon. It's an amazing optimization software. We got a code from them. They're coming on the channel, but got a code from them. It's KT9, just with the 9. So that's 15% off if you guys want that. But that's an amazing software. We use that all the time. And then we also use Teikametrics.
Wait, what does that do exactly?
Oh, seller.tools. It just brings in, it makes it super easy to optimize your listing by organizing how relevant you are for certain keywords. It's asking Amazon, hey, is this listing relevant for this keyword, and gives you a score based on that. And then it takes that and compares it with the traffic for all those keywords and puts it into an easy thing where you can just plug and play into your listing the best ones, the most important words higher up in your listing, then in the bullets, then in the search. It's amazing, honestly.
So basically, like Viral Launch Keyword Research is telling you what words are relevant to like your broad keyword. What seller.tools is actually doing is you put in a broad keyword and then it's actually looking at all of the other people who sell stuff on that keyword.
Yeah.
And it tells you what they're relevant for, what words they're converting with, how they're converting with them, whether they're in listing, whether they're in bullets, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so that you can implement that into your listing.
And the last one is Teikametrics, which is not heard of a lot. I'm working with the people to try to get a discount code. They're being weird with me. I'm like, just give me a code, like, come on. But it's an amazing software. It helps you optimize your PPC campaigns. Automatically lowers bids on bad keywords, automatically raises bids on good keywords, automatically tells you which ones to negate because they're not bringing in any sales, moves broad keywords to phrase match to exact match, takes phrases out of an auto campaign, puts them into a phrase match. I mean, it's craziness.
I don't know how it does what it does, but it's insanely powerful.
It pays for itself.
Before we found that one, Kale was doing a lot of that stuff like by hand every single day, spending hours. And Teikametrics, you put the information in and then you literally like click a couple buttons and it does it for you. Yeah. But it costs, I think Teikametrics costs $99 a month. But I mean, literally the first day that we used it,
it saved us $1,000.
It saved us almost $1,000.
It costs us $250 a month because we spend so much on PPC, but most of the people watching this probably won't spend as much as us. So
the regular price is $99 a month.
$99, yeah.
I'll need to check that out. It sounds very powerful.
Yeah, you gotta check it out, man.
And if they're watching, give us a discount code. What are you doing?
What I'm saying, dog.
Dang it, I moved again.
Stop moving.
I know, sorry.
All right. Do you have any advice for new sellers? Someone who's...
Well, I used to say just get started until I started coaching people, and I realized how little people actually know when they start. I'm not dissing anyone. I'm just saying It's nice to have a mentor. I never thought I would say take a course either, but the way that people don't know I'm talking like basic stuff, like the order in which you should do things. Like they're trying to do giveaways before they have a single review. And I'm like, you need a step-by-step plan or else you're going to lose so much money.
Like we did.
Yeah, like we did. Exactly. So I would say invest in I hate to say it because it sounds so salesy, but I would say invest in a course, someone you trust, a mentor you trust that has a step-by-step guide. Because if you try to take stuff off all different places on YouTube, like take this from over here, take this from a podcast, take this from Sam, or take this from Kale, you're going to get screwed, just like we did at the beginning. So you need someone to just walk you through it.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're the type of person that knows how to organize.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
But if not, like, know who you are and then go either route.
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yep. And I would say for someone who's brand new or someone who's, you know, looking into Amazon FBA, honestly, what I would say to them is we have so many people that reach us out to us on YouTube or on Facebook or wherever we're at. And everyone wants to know, like we talked about a little bit earlier, everyone wants to know, like, how do I make an extra $500 a month? How do I make an extra $1,000 a month? I want like the advice that I would give is like Amazon FBA at the end of the day is not like this little side hustle. Like it can be, but it's 100% a business. Like you're not like just throwing some money into the wind and then it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not like these things, like it's a real business. And if you're willing to put the work in, if you're willing to reinvest your profits, if you're willing to do these things, then 100% you'll be successful. And you could make an extra $1,000 or you could make a lot more than that. There are people who make hundreds of thousands of dollars every month just on Amazon FBA. And so, you know, that's in profit. That's not revenue. There are people who do millions and millions of dollars in revenue a month. And so it's just, man, just know that it's a business. Know that it can start out as a side hustle, but if you want it to become something, you got to make it your hustle, like not just a side hustle. You got to make it the thing. So that's really, you know, I mean, I know that Kel and I still have like our 9-to-5 jobs, and I hope that, you know, our employers don't watch this, but like we've probably slacked off a little bit on our full-time jobs because we've been doing this, you know, and now, you know, Kel is getting ready to be able to quit and just do this full time, and I will be soon. And it's just like, we want to make it our hustle. Like it's not a side hustle anymore. It's a business. And now we're starting to hire employees. Like it's a company. Oh, my bad. I'm moving again. It's a company. Like it's a real thing, and it can turn into something so big. So
Agreed.
Don't think of it just as this little side project you can do on weekends. Like make it something.
Yeah, I could not agree more. It is a business. Treat it like a business. And if you don't, you could fail.
Yep.
People are quitting their jobs for it, so it is a business.
Yep.
And I forgot to ask, what does KT9 stand for, or why KT9?
Kale, Taylor, and then quit your 9-to-5.
It's like a play on words. And then like on our channel, we upload almost every other day. It's like basically 3 videos a week, and they're always uploaded at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So we kind of have like a schedule that we go by in terms of when videos are released on the YouTube channel.
Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 9 p.m. Be there.
It's always there. 9 p.m. it'll be live.
All right, awesome. It was so nice having you guys here.
Yeah,
and
thanks, man. Thanks for having us.
Watching, where should they check you out?
Just search KT9 in YouTube search bar. Be the first one that pops up. Maybe we can link it below. And then honeybadgerboost.com if you need photos or listing stuff.
Yeah, and then I mean, come find us on Facebook. Like, Samir, we can give you our Facebook stuff. We have like a KT9 like Facebook group. Like we have like 500 some people in there, and everybody's asking questions, answering questions. We're in there every single day.
If you ask a question in there, you'll get her answer in 14 seconds, guaranteed.
There
are so many people in that group, just like.
That's a little bit of an overpromise, but I'll stick behind that. But yeah, just reach out to us, and yeah, thank you, man. Thank you so much for having us on.
No problem. It was a pleasure, and thanks again. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Thanks, man. See ya.
Later.